Alright folks, this is Colonel Freeze here with the third game of a set between, in the top left hand corner, the purple Protoss MissEmoPants, loser of the last game to a cannon rush by her opponent, and she is obviously not pleased about that. And the bottom right hand corner, her opponent, the blue Protoss GrathTelkin, maker of cannons and zealots, and really not much else. So we're going to see a very early probe rollout from Grath as he's going to move across the map. I'm going to speed this game up a little bit because it does tend to drag. And we're going to see EmoPants respond to do some scouting as well, and they are going to run right by each other and check out each other's bases. Now, one quick thing to note is that Grath's first pylon is actually in his own base this time, which is a huge step in revealing that he might not be trying for the same level of cannon rushing and proxy 2 gating that he was in the previous game. He does set down that proxy pylon, so we are going to see some sort of interesting play from that, possibly down the line. As Grath merrily chases Emo's probe throughout his base. And that probe set on some waypoints instead of patrol, which maybe Emo wants to get her APM up. But we do have a gateway finishing for Emo. I assume a cybercore going to go down. Yep. And Grath is putting out a forge instead of a cybercore. Interesting. Or a forge in addition to a cybercore, I should say. And MissEmoPants is stating her confusion at Grath's build order, and I must say that I share her sentiment. But Grath is going to work this probe into a corner here, and I guess persistence paid off for that probe as he does get a little kill. We do have EmoPants already expanding, doing a 1-gate expand, starting work on warp gate tech. Kind of late, but no biggie. Pushing out a couple, well, a single stalker, a sentry. That next is going to finish. And she has discovered the proxy pylon, so I misspoke. You will not see anything from that now dead pylon. A little bit of a probe transfer, and it looks like all things are coming along nicely for Emo in terms of economy. Grath is adding gateways, and he's putting pylons down. Still has not started gateway tech, which is kind of a bad move. It's actually a really bad move, but you know. And he will unknowingly respond to her expand with a nexus of his own, but with MissEmoPants' nexus all the way down, and her probe count greatly outstripping his. He's definitely going to take the econ lead, despite being supply blocked a little bit. And it's interesting to note is that both players have not scouted each other whatsoever after the initial probe scout, so that's something you see a lot in lower level tiers of plays, is that both players literally have no idea what the other is doing until both of them run headlong into each other, and that's what EmoPants is going to try and correct here by sending an observer across the map, get a little bit of a read on what Mr. Telkin is up to. And what is Grath up to? That is the million-dollar question. If you can figure it out, I can't. He is almost through his warp gate tech at the 9-minute mark, and I guess Emo's not going to find out much. She did run her observer right into that cannon, but she has a pretty good idea, based on the line of sight that she received before it died, what's going on. And Grath is pushing out, let's see, more zealots? Yes, pull up the production tab. Emo has got a robotics, she's got a twilight, she's pushing out upgrades, getting thermal lance. Grath is dropping a Dark Shrine, so we're going to see some Dark Templar play from Mr. Telkin. And we're going to speed this up even further because these two players literally do nothing for most of this game except build up their death balls and eventually march across the map. Grath is going to sit in his base and add Templar and Stalkers and try and get some upgrades. Emo is going to greatly outstrip him in terms of tech, and production, and upgrades, and pretty much everything. We're going to see her march across the map very soon as she completes the 3rd nexus. Let's see, look at the probe count. She has 70 probes, Grath has 38. And we were going so fast that I missed it, but we do have EmoPants marching across the map. getting set up outside Grath's base. Grath is adding more Dark Templar and Stalkers, but he... Let's see, what does he have? +1 weapon upgrades, about to finish +2. MissEmoPants is +2 armor, +2 weapons, halfway through her +3. Colossus... Yeah, it's not going to end well for Grath. Although he does expand to a third, it's scouted by Emo. And I think she's so far ahead and knows it that she's just not even going to bother dealing with it in any way, shape, or form. We're going to speed it up a little bit till we get to this push as she adds Colossus and gets those final tech upgrades, which are so important in the mid to late game. Dum-de-doo, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and she's adding units, and she's maxed out at 200, so we probably are going to see that push any second now. Getting observer speed, which is good. A little shield upgrade action. Grath doing a probe transfer, pretty nice. But his army's kind of... Yeah, well, we'll see in a minute as Emo breaks down those rocks, those charge lots are going to run up there. She gets an observer to deal with those Dark Templar. Grath using Guardian Shield, that's pretty good. But link up with the Stalkers and those Colossus are just really good for shredding Grath's army. And yeah, look at the supply difference. That's probably going to be it. From a winning player, that's not usually the response that you see. But, you know, it's all in good fun. And Grath being defeated in Game 3, and MissEmoPants is going to advance in her Euro bracket. And she's going to end up drawing M Sigma, which is going to be a pretty difficult match. But good play from, well, I guess both of these players. And we will see you in the next series.